God dropped this in my heart, and I decided to just to reiterate it again. I touched on it a little bit, but those who struggle with same-sex attraction, you're chilling, you're making new friends, that's amazing. Then all of a sudden, for me, let's say, you go to sleep and the enemy tries to attack you in your dreams. So we're talking about spiritual warfare. He attacks you in your dreams, and all of a sudden you start to have thoughts of same-sex attractions, like things playing out in your dream state pertaining to a certain person that you're friends with, right? And so let's be realistic. Maybe you would never even be attracted to this person, but all of a sudden there's these thoughts that are coming into your mind through your dream state, and you can either wake up and be like, no, this isn't me, this is the enemy, or we could take those thoughts and we could play with them because it's familiar and we miss it. So it's lust, right? And so even in our dream state, we lust after the flesh, right? And so we play with those thoughts. And then what happens? We condemn ourselves, we beat ourselves up because of the thoughts that we've had about a certain individual. Now we're scared of making friends. God dropped this in my heart this morning, and it's this. Psalms 19:14. It says, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." I love that. So it says the meditation of my heart. The enemy wants you to meditate on sin. He wants you to meditate on sin. If you sit there and you ponder and you play with and you think about and you meditate on sin quietly in your heart, eventually that stuff will manifest into real life, and it could become a stronghold. It could be something you act upon. Okay? And so that's what the enemy does. And so you have to first recognize that's not my thought. I gave my life to God. I've turned from my sin, right? I'm trying to turn, right? You're turning, but the enemy is throwing these fiery darts at you. Let's go to Isaiah 25. I don't even know which one. Isaiah 26. 3. "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you." So God will keep us in perfect peace if our mind and our thoughts are fixed on him. So it goes back to meditating. What are you meditating on, right? So if the enemy can't get you when you're awake, so if you're awake and you are good at when the enemy tries to say, look here, look there, and you're good at being like, no, that's the enemy, he's going to try a different avenue. And so for other people, some of us, it's in our dream state, and it becomes an area to where it works, right? And so we have to realize, number one, it's not our thought. It's not something we are desiring to meditate on, right? But it's a tactic of the enemy. So don't take hold of what the enemy is trying to infuse in your life. Stop condemning yourself over these thoughts that aren't even planted by you. But we can allow those things to be planted and rooted in our hearts, and it becomes action when we meditate on those things. So we have to be quick to cast those thoughts. Every thought, take it captive to the obedience of Christ. Is it lining up with Christ? Yes, okay, keep that thing. Is it not lining up? All right, throw it away and keep moving on.